Hello and welcome to The Balcony is Closed. I'm Duncan.
And I'm Finnegan.
And here we are bringing you our review for DC's latest effort of a superhero movie.
We say effort with a lot of weight on that.
Alright, fine.
They try.
Suicide Squad. This is the new DC movie coming from that Superman-Batman universe. And it tells the story of a group of criminals that are kind of kept up in a jail, and when something goes awry, something supernatural, something mystical, the government recruits these people, these criminals with superpowers, to try to stop this threat. So even if they fail, they can throw the criminals under the bus. It's a perfect plan, but will it go as planned?
I think that pretty much sums it up for the movie too. DC has not been doing well. They really haven't.
Not my opinion.
I didn't like Man of Steel. I think I gave Batman vs Superman a positive review when it came out, a B-, I think. But going and looking back at it again, it's not a good movie.
No.
It's not a good movie. I thought about it differently on my second watch. And so I felt like maybe third time's a charm with Suicide Squad. Maybe this will be good. The trailers looked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was going to be a really good movie. And it shows that I can be wrong sometimes. I did not like Suicide Squad.
It's disappointing because looking at the trailers and looking at the cast and looking at the concept, there is no reason why this shouldn't have been a great movie.
And everything going for it.
It really did have everything going for it, and I didn't have monster expectations for it. Just I go into every movie just like I should, just going in looking for a good movie and a good time. And I was really disappointed by Suicide Squad. First, let's talk about the positives, because there are certainly positives in this movie.
Oh yeah, this isn't a terrible movie by any means. There are parts that are very good about it, and there are parts I did enjoy.
Specifically, Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is a performance to be remembered. It is a character to be remembered. It is the first time this character has been portrayed in a live-action movie, and they did the part justice. Margot Robbie acts just like Harley Quinn.
She is portrayed perfectly. I also very much enjoyed Will Smith as Deadshot.
Mm-hmm.
I was not really looking much forward to his character. I did not see that much great stuff from him in the trailers, but I was surprised. He was very funny, and he was incredibly badass. And I really, really enjoyed his character.
Also, some of the action scenes were very entertaining.
Mm-hmm. I also very much enjoyed Viola Davis. As Amanda Waller. I thought her character was very creative and very interesting. I thought her motives were very well done, and I think that her character was very good, and I'm looking forward to maybe seeing her in more movies.
Now let's get to some of the characters we didn't like. First off, Cara Delevingne's Enchantress. She just seemed very over the top and frankly out of place in a movie that should have been relatively grounded, relatively realistic, with heroes or anti-heroes like Harley Quinn who don't have superpowers. They just shoot guns and smash things with baseball bats, and Deadshot, who's just an assassin.
Realistic.
But a movie that shouldn't be about mysticism.
Yeah, I very much agree with you.
She seemed more belonging in Doctor Strange than Suicide Squad. Also, her performance was just very over the top. It's like she was trying to spin an invisible hula hoop in every scene.
That's actually a good way to put it.
Just very strange, very just kind of out there, and something that really just didn't meld with the movie, and just an over-the-top performance that was not really welcome in this movie.
Also, and it pains me to say it, Jared Leto's Joker is not good in this movie. I think that it's mostly the script's fault. I don't think that it's Jared Leto's fault. He's over the top, but that could be fun. I don't think it is his fault. I think it's the script's fault. They take away the chaos that makes the Joker what he is and makes him so special, and they make his motivations Harley Quinn. Mm-hmm. His motivations because he wants his girlfriend back, which is not the Joker. The Joker should be about chaos and watching the world burn, as they put it in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. This is not a good character, and it really disappointed me.
There are also characters that are relatively underused, specifically Killer Croc, Captain Boomerang,
Yes,
Katana. These are characters that could have been interesting. interesting. And they could have actually developed them into interesting characters, but instead, they were just kind of there.
Just
for no reason.
Too many cooks.
In Suicide Squad, you have to introduce Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, El Diablo, Katana, Slipknot, Captain Boomerang, Enchantress, Joker, Rick Flag, Amanda Waller, all these characters in just one movie. And that means you have to skimp on people. And that's never good, because you want your characters to be interesting and involving and have backstory. And you want to care about them. And unfortunately, you're not really able to care about all these characters because they just simply don't have the time to devote to them.
Also, I feel like this movie could maybe have been a chance for DC to have a different look, a different tone, rather than the grays and blacks that they used in Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel. But my point is that they should have had this movie be colorful. You saw how the posters looked drenched in neon pinks and greens and blues and purples. That's what this should have been. But again, they go with the grays and the blacks and the dark yellows.
Do you know what this movie's like? It's like a bowl of Lucky Charms.
Mm-hmm.
You have those fun marshmallows in there that are colorful and nice, but also, for most of it, you have those little dull brown things in there that nobody likes. Nobody likes eating them, and all you want to do is get to the marshmallows.
That is actually a very good analogy. That is how Suicide Squad is. It's a bowl of Lucky Charms. Not to say that I don't like Lucky Charms, because I do. Alright, so I'm going to wrap up my thoughts for this movie.
Yes.
I thought that this movie could have been a lot better. There are parts of it that are very much enjoyable. If you are a DC fan and really, really like DC, I would recommend maybe you should go see this movie. I really like DC, but I mean, if you really love these characters, then maybe you should see the movie. The soundtrack was okay.
If you listen to it on its own, it's actually quite awesome.
But they sampled little pieces of songs. Like, they had so many songs in the soundtrack that you could only play maybe 30 seconds.
Of each song.
And it's just like the movie with
They
its
played
characters.
the worst part of Bohemian Rhapsody.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, so my grade for Suicide Squad is going to be a C+. There are parts I did enjoy in this movie, but overall, it was rather disappointing, and I would not recommend it.
Suicide Squad is better in a movie like Assault on Arkham, which is a kind of a small movie where they are in just one building and doing stuff, and like all the villains, they're just in one building in a contained area, and that's how this movie should have been. What it shouldn't have been was one with a giant world cataclysmic event at the end. Mm-hmm. That just didn't fit for this movie. And I'm sorry to say that this movie really was a disappointment. It's better than Batman vs. Superman in my opinion, but it still has a number of flaws that really cannot be overlooked for someone like me. I'm going to give Suicide Squad a C.
I really wish I could have said it was better. I mean, I liked it more than the other DC movies, for what it's worth. But it was wasted potential, I think. Maybe when they do a sequel, they'll have established these characters enough that maybe they can start to have some fun with them.
Yes, definitely.
Alright, so that's our review for Suicide Squad. Did you like the movie? I know there are a lot of people that do. We love doing these, and if you want to support our channels, give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.